Surreal.com, and my name is DJ Yonny.
Talking to you, baby. That's just the music. Talking to you, baby.
Who is DJ Yonny? I don't know if we have enough hours in the day to go down the list. I was born in Queens. Grew up in Wilmington, Delaware. Moved here in 2004 in New York City. Went to school for audio engineering and production. Landing an internship at the urban station here at Power 105.1 in 2005. Interning for the promotions department, passing out flyers and like that. And I remember actually telling the street team, like, yo, one day you guys are gonna be passing out my flyers. And it was funny, like a year later, they were actually passing out my flyers. I had a show on Saturday nights. It was called On the List with Nate and Jay, me and my homie DJ Thisis50. It was our show for Saturday nights. Prior to that, I made it to the associate producer position for Star and Buck Wild in the morning show on Power before they went off. After that, Star called me like about a year and a half later, maybe 2 years after the show went down. He hits me up and says, yo, I want you to be my executive producer of the morning show. And I'm thinking like, damn, I have a nice show on Power, but I'm only on, once a week, and what should I do? And he was like, listen, you can mix on my morning show every day at 8 o'clock. You can also have a Friday night show, and and that's it. And he offered me gave me a nice little number for my salary, and I'm taking 447. It was a really low signal, and the numbers were crazy. Like they built a number of like 1 million listeners cum, and that was big for the frequency they were on. It's 87.7. You can only get it in certain cars. You can only get it in certain areas of the tri-state area, and it was really bad. And a lot of listeners came from online listening. There was an app at the time, and so by doing that, I was exposed into this dance world, to the whole dance scene, and I started playing a lot more dance music, and I got kind of thrown into this world. And what basically put me aside or put me apart from other DJs was basically, me coming from an urban background. I started off as a turntablist, battling in DMCs and Guitar Center spin-offs and regional battles and things like that. I put a hip-hop twist into playing dance music. And at the time, it was like something brand new, and that kind of put me into my own lane. So yeah, I did that for a while, and I started building up a different type of fan base as opposed to just to the urban market. And putting out mixtapes. I was nominated for Best Mixtape of the Year and Best House DJ. And I got Best House DJ. I didn't get the Mixtape of the Year last year, but I got Best House DJ. I got the Plaque for Latin Mix Awards. So I built my name off of that, of being a certain type of DJ. And then this new station came down, New York City. They flipped the old K-Rock into 92.3 now. It's a top 40 station. And I was blessed to be a part of it. And basically they said, look, this is who I am, and they liked it. They liked my mixing. So now, fast forward to today, got a Friday show who I split with 2 other DJs called Weekend Roll at 5 p.m. every Friday. And the Friday Night Fix, which is Saturday night. Also, it's called the Saturday Night Dance Factory, which is from 7:45 to 3 a.m. in the morning. I also just entered into the Master of the Mix Season 2. And for the New York series, I auditioned, and I'm right now, I'm one of the finalists, so we'll see how that goes. I also toured for Nina Scott, the official Nina Scott tour DJ. The funny thing is that it was a nickname at the time. When I was like 16 years old, they gave it to me. My real name, I've never said this on camera, but it's Jonathan. Okay? When I was like about 18, 19 years old, I was dating this Greek girl, and she told me Yonny actually stood for Jonathan in Greek. And I'm true to my roots. I make sure I'm always trying to reinvent myself. I'm always trying to learn more. I'm trying to, technically, I'm trying to do a lot more tricks and do a lot more things visually on stage and when I'm performing. And now it's more of I'm a no format DJ as opposed to just a hip hop DJ or just a house DJ. I like to play, whatever is hot right now, whatever is hot in hip hop or in the dance world. You have to be in tune with everything now. And nowadays it's like you want to focus for that that Vegas style of a crowd, you know, which likes everything, you know, from hip hop to house music. I think it's still there, it's still exposed, but it's not there like it should be. It's not like how it was in the past. Nowadays, you can have a hit record and have 2 words being said on the whole record. You know what I mean? And just have an ill beat or have a ill like dance to the song, or you know, it really depends, and it's a give or take. Sometimes you can have that be the hit song or what blows up, but then you have somebody like Kanye who's very lyrical and make sure he has a message in every song that he has, and basically, you know, has an ill beat to his records and still has, like I said, still has a message. So, you know, it's still there, it's still exposed, but, you know, it's in there with a bunch of the mess that's, you know, in hip hop or the type of music that's out right now. But I do think it's cool that, you know, artists are trying new things, like, you know, hopping on dance records now and hopping on, you know, dubstep records, or you know, just different types of music, and trying to, you know, push the art form, but still trying to keep, you know, true to themselves. Like sometimes I just sit back and it's surreal. Like the moment where, like last week when I was in this Master of the Mix audition, and it was just like it was exactly like American Idol, but for DJs. You know, we had a number on, and you know, you went on, did a 2-minute routine, and just got off, and they judged you, and then like they hit an amp button if you were whack, and you know, they gave you an applause if you were good. And for me, it was like, it was dope, because after the routine, I look up and Kid Capri is standing up, and he's giving me a standing ovation. He was like, yo, you just made me feel like I want to DJ right now. I feel like I can take you to Vegas, and you just killed it right now. And to me, that was like amazing. Just to get that respect from somebody I looked up to as a kid, that was just a surreal moment. And to be able to take what I love and make money out of it, that's, you know, that's the best feeling in the world, man. Push yourself to keep learning and basically, you know, learn as much as possible, you know, in all arts of the form. And for me, it was like, you know, bridging the gap between house and hip hop music, you know, learn the art form of the whole aspect of a DJ, whether it's the technical aspect, you know, cutting and scratching, and rocking a crowd, you know, knowing what songs and what records can really rock a crowd, and at the same time being able, and don't be scared to throw in a left record, like, you know, some old school record or a rock record or something that basically shows you that you're trying to do something different as opposed to playing the same 5 records everybody else plays. So just, you know, be a student at the game all the time. Nowadays, you want to be respected because you broke an ill record or you know, like a record that just became huge, and you want to be a part of that stuff, and you know, like I said, I'm a fan of how music is going, how music is changing, and you know, and for me, I love that about it. I mean, you're gonna find people that do it for other reasons, but you know, nowadays it's you know, it's up in the air. You know, it's not. I don't think it's a problem like it used to be.